Hello, we are back. Welcome to Bike Club. I am off center. I'm just gonna. Welcome to Bike Club. This is our every other weekly game of Dungeons and Dragons, playing through the Curse of Strahd campaign. Before we get into it, I am gonna get attacked by a cat. And plugs. What do we got to plug this week?
The usual for me.
Go ahead, yeah.
Just Vault Games in Edinburgh, Haunted Place, next one, 29th of June, and throughout the summer, and maybe I'll get a special Halloween edition on the 31st, which would be cool. So, yay. Link in chat.
The Ghost in the Shell I worked on is available for sale now, and you can just get it on Amazon. And it is called Ghost in the Shell Global Neural Network.
That is actually a pretty cool name. My first DM's Guild piece, my first content on DM's Guild, my Death Rules, which was supposed to be going up last week, is going up next Tuesday, because I want to give it a little time to stew before, no pun intended, before it's out there. It will be subject to change, and the version that will be being used in Kurion is different to the version that will be up there, so that I can test it more with my players and not accidentally murder them, because that's the last thing I want to do. Speaking of which, Kurion is the other D&D show, which is on this channel, which is on Mondays, 8 p.m. PST. Tune in whenever you can, if you'd like.
Or you can go to www.youtube.com/Susanna Grace and watch all of our content right there. And it's in an easy digestible format. You just click play and it does it for you. So do that and watch us play some Dunder. There's also me playing romance dating sims on there with my excellent voices. So yeah, you should go there and sub and stuff and hit the bell, smash that like and subscription button.
Every which way you said that in, just it made me hate you.
That was an audible dab.
That was just the last minute. I was reaching for the liquor.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the latest in this Minecraft Let's Play series. 677.
No.
My name is
No.
Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ding that bell.
And this is when Kerchak joins the abbot.
Speaking
What were
of
those dark powers again?
So
It's called Ad Money.
it's called Big Google. When last we left our party, you had successfully managed to take Irina Kolyana all the way to Kresk, where you were told there was safe haven from the ever-watchful eye of Strahd von Zarovich, the evil vampire overlord, who, I mean, you know, evil vampire overlord.
That's code for Bay.
Yes, it is. You had brought her to the Abbey. On the way, you came across a pool of water just below the cliff face of the Abbey that was disturbingly clear and bright, a stark contrast to the usual muddy, overcast, rainy, dark Barovia. In the reflection of the water, Irina saw something. She saw Sergei. And she remembered. She remembered that she is the reincarnated soul of Tatiana, who was engaged to be married to Sergei von Zarovich, Strahd's younger brother. She recalled the events of the night, and she remembered being going to marry him and terrible things that happened afterwards. You continued up towards the Abbey, where you met a bunch of interesting creatures. We're talking people with muzzles of dogs and donkey ears and spider bat people and just a whole bunch of animal bits stuck on people. That was the thing. And those were
Some of them made a real ass of themselves.
You later found out that this was the Bellevue family who, in a fit, in the pursuit of achieving a perfect form, had turned themselves into horrible creatures. You then went and met the abbot. A strikingly handsome man who didn't seem to be dour and dark like much of Barovia's citizens. He smiled freely and openly, and he was radiant. Of course, Vulgus found out that that's because he wasn't a man. The abbot was indeed a Daiva, a celestial being who had been in Barovia for quite some time, and it appears to have done a bit of a number on him, for he was constructing a flesh golem to give to Strahd as a bride. As he went off to find the child he had just resurrected from the village, Rahal and Merrill did a bit of investigating. They found a corridor full of cells, and in which seemed to be failed experiments of the abbot. Creatures, half-formed, horrible flesh golems that weren't capable of moving and just sat and cried out in pain and anguish. At the end of the hallway, they met an even bigger friend with many, many arms and legs sewn on, and was seemed to have been made from many people. A battle ensued, blows were exchanged, and eventually Rahal, in snake form, squeezed the monstrously large flesh golem until it popped. Meanwhile, Vulgus was stood with Arena and wanted wine. After the battle, the group reconvened, and Vulgus led the party to a cellar, where he thought there might have been some wine stashed. In the cellar, you found that it had been converted into a makeshift morgue, and there was a large table with a sheet over it. Upon revealing the sheet, you saw a body comprised of parts of each of you. You blinked again and saw that it was just merely the remains of several dead women. As you turned to leave the cellar, you heard the voice of the abbot behind you on the stairs, who declared to you that the needs of the many outweighed the needs of the one.
Screw you, Spock.
And that is where we rejoin our heroes. So the Daiva is stood on the stairs. He's just said this to you. Is there anything you want to do?
What if you gave us some time to solve this our way? I think we have a way to solve this without giving anyone to Strahd.
He looks at you.
Should I do a persuasion roll?
Sure.
Oh, you made it worse.
Hit me with that persuasion.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit
10.
me?
Dead center.
An attempt was made. He looks at you, and there's no menacing smile. There's no villainy in his expression. He looks across at you all and lands on Arena. Says to her, surely, his heart's desire is here. I cannot let you go.
Every life is sacred. Surely you know that.
This is true.
And if there's a way for us to solve this without taking any life, wouldn't that be worth the chance?
There's an if lingering in the air.
Everything comes with an if. Even the most certain of things.
What if you fail?
Then you can still try and succeed.
But now I have her here. This is my chance.
But this gives us 2 chances instead of just 1 chance, because there's still an if with yours. She's a woman with her own mind, you know? He may not like that. He may kill her for being who she is.
And perhaps is also the if is what if your prognosis is wrong?
We've met another reincarnation of hers.
Mm.
Didn't change him. Didn't help anyone.
And
There's
how
another
are you
reincarnation.
so sure of that?
Because there is yet another reincarnation.
Where?
Well, with Irina, we've met one before her. It's a never-ending cycle.
Hmm.
This is not a solution. It's delaying the inevitable.
I feel like if you were to try and give Irina to Strahd, and I turn to Irina, not that we're entertaining that, something would conspire against Strahd to take Irina away from him once more, whether that be Irina herself or some other force. I doubt this land wants Strahd to be happy.
I can assure nothing happens to the girl.
Irina, are you comfortable with that?
She is very much uncomfortable with this, and she turns and says, "No, I won't give myself to him. No."
Well, you heard the lady. There's your answer.
He sighs deeply. His shoulders sag. He looks again at Irina and says, "Selfish girl. Your sacrifice could have saved hundreds."
But we don't know that. We've seen in the past that it doesn't. Just work with us or give us time to work out our solution.
I'm sorry. I can't let you leave, and I can't let her leave.
You are a Daiva, yes?
I am.
How much do I know about Davis? Can I go on a... About...
Roll
as in-
me a religion check.
New dice, go! That's not the worst. Oh, I'm really good at it. Why am I really good at it? Oh, right, yeah. I have
You're a cleric.
I have proficiency in it. Yeah. 21 altogether.
Okay, yeah, you know quite a lot about Davis.
Okay. I just... Is it not the realm of the Azimon to maintain the sanctity of self? The demonic hordes and the devils of the nine hells work tirelessly so that souls become nothing more than heaps of the same. But it is the providence of the angels to make sure that people remain as they are so they can ascend to their truest and most great forms. So why would you take the freedom from this one entity to perhaps ensure the freedom of many others? That seems very obtuse, and it seems much against your values.
They may have been my values once.
So you are fallen, you admit this.
Hmm.
In your judgment.
I am
seems right.
just.
Everyone is just in their own mind.
Abbott, there aren't many guarantees in life, but I can guarantee if you try and stop us, you will regret it. But there is a little bit of solace in this. You won't regret it for long.
Is that right? Then I'm afraid that you leave me no choice. Roll initiative!
Yay!
I really
Oh
didn't
my.
want to fight an angel.
We're gonna get completely smashed.
I'm an ex-Catholic. I do want to fight an angel.
Lydia.
Yeah, ruin.
Okay, let me get my stuff.
I have. Wait, that. Oh, right. I can't read my new dice properly.
Holy shit. Okay, 25 to 20.
25.
Okay, 25 with
25
Vulgus. 15 to 20?
15.
17.
Okay, that's a Meryl, and then a Kerchak, and then Lydia.
That would be a 9.
A 9! A big 9 from Rahal.
Big 9.
Oh, actually, I didn't roll for Irina, and I might as well not bothered.
Oh god, player knowledge here. I'm useless against this thing. Daivas are at least resistant to radiant damage, if not immune.
Let's just have a... Anyway, okay, let's go. Top of the round, we have Vulgus. So he is stood on the stairs in front of you. This little cellar you're in is no more than 20 feet wide. It's not big at all. It's about 20 by 30 feet.
Okay. Right. So first up, as bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself. And secondly, as a main action, still not sure what's going on, I'm going to cast Resistance on myself.
Okay,
And
so...
I'm going to step away from the Abbot, because I'm squishy.
So big strong moves from Vulgus there, right out of the gate.
I'm not very strong.
Okay.
I mean, just had a fight. I didn't realize we were on low health.
I'm
Yeah.
not on low health.
You have wine.
Yeah, this is...
I don't have wine. We didn't find any.
Well, what were you doing with your time then while we got our asses handed?
Protecting Arena like I was told to.
No, I distinctly remember, this turn I go look for wine.
Actually, I should go back. I went back.
Okay, so you watch before you as the figure of the abbot dissipates, and before you see a pale-skinned, we're talking like blue, very pale blue-skinned male creature before you, dressed with like gold bands upon his arms and impressive wings just fly out from his back as he moves towards the scariest looking person in the room, which would be Kerchak, and he brings down a mighty golden mace upon you. So does a 19 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. Oh, I am sorry. 1, 2.
That's if I remember rightly, that's a lot. In previous editions, they used to have Maces of Disruption, which, if you were undead, was just like, there's a chance you just die.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been good if we persuaded the angel to let us try. We were so close, too.
I was trying, but I was on your side there. I was trying. I didn't want to fight this thing. I'm a cleric. I don't want to fight a holy entity. I want to fight unholy entities.
Well, Jamie, you're
Like
looking
Rahal.
it because that's only 14 damage.
Oh, nice. I'm not even raging, but yeah.
So
That could
he
have been a lot worse.
swings it down upon you, but he does get 2 attacks, so he's going to do it again.
Okay.
With a 15.
Yeah, still hits.
Okay. Oh, less lucky.
How many dice is that?
It's 6. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Mhm.
I forgot to separate the 2, and then you take 26 radiant damage. As a booming strike hits your body, Kerchak, and it almost blinds you as it contacts you. And he will just stand before you and like glower down upon you all with his wings. Meryl.
I have a few questions. How big
Yes.
did you say the corridor is?
It's 20 feet by 30 feet.
Okay.
And
his
he is in
wings are-
front of the stairs.
How big is his wingspan?
So he's about 6 feet tall, so his wings are about In total, about 6.5,
Okay,
7
so there's
feet.
a little,
Like, yeah.
little room. Another question. What are the walls made of?
Stone,
How attached are his wings to him?
very.
Okay, what's the top part made out of?
Wood.
Okay. Then what kind of clothes is he wearing?
He's shirtless, and he has like trousers and a loincloth that's all embroidered with like holy looking stuff.
Does he have a dick?
You can't see. It's hidden.
Is he married? What is his maiden name? What's his favorite food?
What's his star sign?
Are you trying to find the answers to this angel's security questions? What's your favorite musical instrument? Who was your favorite teacher in school?
Do you like me? Circle here. Yes, no, maybe.
Okay. So the first thing I do, it's me next, right?
Yes, it's you. Yeah.
Say, are you sure you want to fight us?
He just looks at you and smiles.
Oh, I take that as a no. So let's go over our other plan to make sure that Strahd does not continue this cycle of violence. I really think it's important that instead of continuing violence, that we stop it.
And that's your turn, if that's your turn. Is that your action to be like, hey man, we can work this out?
Well, let me roll at least a persuasion check.
Okay.
Someday.
Motherfucker!
It was good then, I take it.
11.
Oh, excellent. He seems to be unfazed.
Of the angels.
That's where Meryl wants to be, let's be real.
No, the dick question was, you know that this time this dick will not be used for pleasure.
Oh.
Why
Missed
would you
this
say
so
that?
bad. I have missed you guys. Okay, so Kerchak, this Daiva has been this Daiva has been raining blows down upon you, and during the fighting, you know, you're testing each other. You hear Meryl stand up and be like, "Hey, so let's not fight. We can work this out." What do you want to do?
Okay, so he's not a stupid individual if he knows his friends aren't going to back him up. Instead, I'm just going to kind of try to make it look like I've shrugged off as much of the blow as possible.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of fold my arms, go, "Are you quite finished?"
Oh, a bold maneuver. Roll me an intimidation check.
Ooh, that's a lot better because it's not just charisma, it can be strength, right?
Yes, I will allow it.
Why did I not take any magic that's not just damage? Why is Vulgus so aggressive?
Well, with a +8, that puts it to a 23.
23. Okay. You see an emotion flash across his face. You're not entirely sure what.
It's a sweet emotion.
Sweet emotion. There seemed to have been some reaction. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just in case, kind of, could I have raged during that? Just to, like, amp up?
Yeah. Just like... Okay, yeah.
Just for the in case.
It's just the dad nostril flare.
It's the dread mouth.
Yeah, that's all that happens when you rage. You just...
You could go
Alright.
You could go dodge, I guess. And he has disadvantage if he attacks you.
Why would Kerchak dodge?
How to say if you don't attack, if you
Why
Can
would
a
the
rock-
meat shield move?
Can a rock dodge? Ask DM, can a rock dodge?
the
No.
rock can dodge.
The
Well-
Rock can.
But a rock, just any rock.
A rock, no.
No, there we go. So
Unless it's a rolling stone.
Anyway, swiftly moving on, Rahal. You watched Kerchak just take these blows.
Okay. I'm going to conjure animals, 2 dire wolves,
Okay.
to circle the Daiva.
Okay.
As
Goes
my
to
main
town.
action, I've rolled their initiative as well.
Where did the puppies go?
Basically trying to surround him.
Mm-hmm.
They are 11 and 17 initiative. Or should I roll just one for both?
Just one for both.
Yeah, I'm rolling again. Natural 20, 22.
Oh, what?
Well, I could have used that for later. Never mind.
Wolves.
Okay.
Okay.
That is my main action, and as a bonus action, I want to. I want to say you've done so much good for the people here. Let us try. Let us please try. And I then turn into a what space do we have to work here? There's not much space down there, right?
Nope.
To
It's
saber
only small.
small. I'm going saber-toothed tiger.
Oh shit, okay.
It's that or a polar bear. Or a giant elk. Or a giant constrictor snake. Or a giant boar. Or rhinoceros.
I'm gonna put the DM on rhino.
I live in a forest. I know what a rhino is, right?
Ah.
Yeah.
What, do you mean a battle unicorn?
But yeah, a saber-toothed tiger, and also want to join the wolves encircling him, but not attack. Hoping that the talky ones know what they're doing.
Okay. So you transform, you summon your wolves and you order them to surround him. You turn yourself into a great fearsome beast. And Irina takes a step back and pulls out the longsword at her belt and screams, "You will not take me!" Vulgus.
I will use my only spell that isn't a self buff that doesn't deal damage and command him to halt.
You're going to command him.
Yes. Has no effect if the target is undead. So it's not. But it is not a charm effect.
It's not a charm effect.
No.
Alright.
Does not charm the creature.
What saving throw do I have to make?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Gee, I wonder if an angel is good at wisdom.
Hey, I am going to make the case that this angel has clearly expressed a lot of poor wisdom.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that saves. Yeah, that saves. I end my turn. Sanctuary's still up.
No, I think it should be rolled with disadvantage because this angel has poor wisdom.
Can we make a group persuasion roll after this?
It's just all of you give him the puppy eyes going,
Please. This is the most teamwork we've done.
I
since
know, I'm
the
so
fucking game
proud.
started.
I'm
Like,
so proud of you all.
I don't think really
I
anyone,
feel dirty.
I don't think anyone really wants to fight an angel.
I wanted to until nobody else did, and I was going last.
No,
Well-
did Rahal want to, or did Lydia want to?
Why does one end and the other start?
That's a dangerous statement there, buddy.
Rahal has actually met the Dark Powers.
Lydia's still
You're
looking for them.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it is now the turn of the Daiva, who he raises himself up and imposing, and he booms, "Give me the girl and you go free." So that I'm going to hit you again, Kerchak.
Raging.
You are raging this time, but does a 25 hit?
Raging
yeah, that will still
adorably.
hit.
Okay, you take. Oh boy. 9 bludgeoning damage, so reduce that to 4. Because we round down in Bike Club, I believe.
9.
And then you take 19 radiant damage.
Is that the halved or?
Does your totem do
Yeah.
radiant? Yes, that will be
Everything
half
but psychic.
Everything but physics.
Okay, so
So-
that's half to 9.
10.
10.
Would it be 10? Okay.
I can't do maths. I've forgotten what that number was already. Second attack coming down upon your face. I'm guessing that a 14 doesn't hit.
That meets my armor class.
So it does hit.
Yep.
Dang, dude. Another 9 bludgeoning.
Was that pre-round down or not? Sorry.
No, that's pre-round down, so to 4 again.
Okay.
And then 15 radiant. So God, maths is difficult. Why is this difficult? 7 we'll go with for that.
Cool.
And he puts an arm out to Arena and he says, "Come with me and they live." Rahal, the puppies. You are muted.
I think the puppies will attack at this point.
Okie doke.
Right. So, and they're both having advantage because pack tactics,
Uh-huh.
which they will both need. That is, the first is a 18 to hit,
Does hit.
and the second one is a 20 to hit.
That also hits.
He has to make 2 strength saves or be knocked prone.
Okay. That's a million.
Cool.
And that one is a 16.
Yeah, makes it. He still takes damage, hopefully. Which is 10, 16, 19, 22 piercing.
22 piercing. Okay. You watch as the wolves coordinate and they launch their attacks simultaneously before he has a chance to react and defend against either one. They're both on him, and they begin to bite and claw at him. But you see that the wounds aren't as deep. They don't seem to cause him as much pain. But still, he shrugs them off, and he doesn't have the mask of pain upon his face. He has like this serene calm to his face, except in the moments where he's boomed at you. And he is again just blank as he has his arm towards Irina. Is there anything else you want the puppies to do?
No, they're gonna still circle him. Do we have flanking here?
No.
Never mind.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Alright, Meryl.
How tall is the hallway again? I forgot.
Tall wise, it's like 30 feet. It's not
30
huge.
feet.
No, wait. No, that's ridiculous. Like 20.
It's still kind of, but I'm still gonna try it. I'm
I was
gonna
about to
try
say,
it. What?
Isn't that like too small for the David to fit in? But I was like, oh no, wait, no, David's actually quite tiny
Yeah, they're humanoid sized.
for angles. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to shoot. Three arrows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to shoot his wings into the wooden supports.
Alright, okay.
Okay. So 15. Wait, 17. I'm really good at math. Okay, 17, 21, 11.
Okay, the first two hit, and they do cause him to recoil. I need you to do damage rolls, if you would, please, for the first two.
Wait, 3 attacks with the bow?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks and then a bonus attack with the same weapon.
Oh no, that has to be. It's a bit. That's.
Oh,
a
that's-
Oh, that's a 2-handed. Okay.
So
Then
2.
2.
I mean 2 hit anyway, so you good.
Yeah.
Forgot what an 8-sided die looks like. Okay. 6 and 7.
6 and 7. Okay. You fire 2 arrows and they into his wings. There appears to be a reaction, but unfortunately they aren't strong enough to pin him to the wall, at least not in the state he is right now. He is still very much uninjured. But he sort of grimaces a little bit. His wings seem to be a bit more delicate than you'd have thought.
I would think they'd be very delicate.
Dainty.
Kerchak, this guy is just wailing on you.
Yeah, I would like to take Isek's battle axe in both my hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's still holding his arm out, pointing towards Arena.
He
Like-
certainly is.
I'd like to take my first attack to sort of come down on that arm.
Yeah.
Sort of attempt to spin out, seeing that his wings seem a bit sensitive, and then the second attack to try and come down at where the wing meets the back.
Okay. Go for it.
And yeah, I'm low enough as it is, so I might as well make these reckless to crit farm while I'm still up. So that's gonna be 22 to hit. Unfortunately,
Yep.
that one's not a crit. Second attack is gonna be 19 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
Cool. Okay, so that's gonna be where's my d10s? There. It's gonna be 12 points of damage on the first one. Why was that so hard? And then 15 points of damage on the second one.
Okay.
7 damage.
You bring the axe down upon his arm and he sort of withdraws it and looks at you. As you spin around and whack on his wings, you hear a as he rights himself. Is there anything else you want to do?
Just sort of snarl back at him.
Okay. Rahal.
I'm guessing because the room is so small, I don't have enough space to pounce at him, which needs 20 feet.
No, unfortunately not now.
I'm just gonna try and get the other wing, the one that's
Okay.
Meryl is not having. That is 18.
18 hits.
Yeah. And that is 8 slashing damage.
8 slashing. Okay. You slash at him and he doesn't recoil, but there's a flinch as you make contact and wound him. Arena is still just there in the back of the room, holding the sword with both hands, and you can see she's shaking. Vulgus.
Okay. I am going to conjure up some magical energy and actually do something. And I am going to blast out a 3rd level scorching ray, and as I do, I say, "Your mind is clouded." And
Okay.
So that is 3rd level scorching ray is 4 rays. So
Okay, do you target these, or is it just like in front of you?
they're targeted.
Okay,
The laser beams of fire.
gotcha.
Okay, so the 3 will definitely not hit.
Mm-mm.
But one of them is a what's my spell bonus? It's been a while. It's been a while. So the 26,
Yeah, that'll do it.
the 21,
Yep.
and the 24.
Yep.
So and then the 11. That hits, right?
Nope.
While you're rolling that, there's somebody I forgot to roll initiative for.
Piddlewick! Your boy!
I was thinking Chester.
Oh, Chester also, yeah.
Gesture.
I think this might be a little too dangerous for Chester.
Chester acts on, if it's Beastmaster Ranger, acts on the same initiative as Meryl. Alright, that is 10, 20, 24 points of fire damage.
24 points of fire damage. Okay. You watch as Vulgus puts forth his hand, and you see the cracks up on the leather glove, which goes through to his very bones, just erupts with light as he gestures forth to the Daiva, and scorching rays just launch from his hand, and you see the flames engulf it for a moment before it looks back at him, and which is now his turn, and he is going to attempt to kick the shit out of Kerchak so he can get away from him.
With advantage.
With advantage. Oh, buddy.
I am going to Warding Flare the first one so that it's a straight roll instead.
Okay. I mean, the straight roll was a 19 on the dice.
I tried, buddy, I'm sorry.
It's cool, no worries.
So
Flash.
that's a 10 bludgeoning damage reduced to 5.
Which puts me down, which I come back at 1.
Okay, and then it's 22 radiant damage reduced to well, no, you stopped raging, so
That's would that still be part of the same attack as well?
Yeah, it's part of the same attack.
Alright,
but-
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So 11. You back down again. I mean, no matter what it was, you just
No, it's all part of one attack.
That's
so-
all part of the same attack. Then I'm knocked down, and then because I'm a half walk, I come back up.
Yes.
But
sorry.
another
you
attack.
You don't come back up. Instead of going to 0, you go to 1.
To
Yeah,
one.
well, that's what I meant.
So his second attack,
Will probably hit. So
yeah, it'll be a 17.
so yeah, I'll be down by this point.
They're down.
Uh-oh.
10 bludgeoning, and oh, I rolled like shit on the radiant. 7 radiant. But Kerchak is sleeping.
For the first time ever.
How does it feel, man? It's no good, is it?
The barbarian going down for the first time is like...
It feels shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that first round, that first wave of, well, no, the first 2 waves of hits brought me down from 80 to 6.
Oh. Okay, well, Rahal, you watch as Kerchak is just beaten into the ground by a great golden mace. What are your wolves doing?
Oh, the wolves keep attacking.
Okay. Get them.
Natural 20 for the first guy.
Oh,
Or
what
guy
way?
is the wolf. And the other one is a 13.
A 13?
Oh, I don't think that is. I don't know.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
So just
But
the one.
at least Wolf Puppy gets... Jesus Christ, bad rolls. 8. 13 plus 3. So 16 damage, and again, strength save, DC 13.
He makes the strength save. But you watch as the wolf tears into his back, and he just shrugs it off. He has a smile now, a cruel smile, tugging at the corners of his mouth as he's looking down at Kerchak's crumpled body. Okay, which brings us to Meryl.
I'm gonna shoot 2 more arrows, and I'm gonna yell, "Piddly, come help mommy!"
Okay.
Oh, God.
7, which I assume does not hit.
7 does not, unfortunately.
And 20. Not natural.
20 hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. You let loose another arrow and it makes a good solid impact, which he shrugs. Kerchak, death saving throw, please.
That's a massive 4.
Fail.
That's a fail. Rahal. Kerchak is lying crumpled on the ground.
I'm gonna come out of my wild shape because it's the only guy Rahal actually likes in that party.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aw.
And healing cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okie dokie.
So that
Heal
is,
that boy.
that's 3d8, right?
I don't know, you tell me.
It's 28 d8, I think.
Oh,
And
is that
that's the guess.
so, Jamie? Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
if that's how it works, and we get to tell you.
You're actually casting heal and you just gain 70 hit points.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Which,
That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
That is 15, 13 plus 5, 18.
Nice.
And I have no more wild shapes. So that's gonna help.
Okay, is that everything?
That's all I can do, yeah.
I'm very grateful, though. So there's that.
He's alive.
Irina is again just trying to stay away from this very scary angel man. Vulgus.
Okay. I'm going to do something kind of weird here.
Oh boy.
But I have the spell prepared. So I am going to muster up my curse and try and inflict part of it on him and bestow a curse upon him.
Oh, okay.
So that is a wisdom saving throw.
I regret to inform you that I rolled a natural 20.
Never mind.
Did it not do anything on a fail?
No, on a fail, it does nothing. It's a save or suck.
Gotcha.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I am just checking a thing real quick. Ooh. Come on. All right. Not this turn.
Oh, actually, one last thing I want to do. I am going to, because Kerchak's on the ground still.
Yeah.
I am standing over Kerchak.
Okay. With your weak, feeble, skeletal body.
My weak, feeble, skeletal body and my pretty good constitution.
That's fine, because Kerchak may be still alive, but his attention is now focused on the person that brought him back.
Cool. Yeah.
And he's not happy about that, so he is going to swing for you, Rahal.
Yeah.
What a flare.
Alright. Does
That's a disadvantage on the first one.
I rolled worse the first time.
Oh.
Does a 21 hit?
Why do all the DMs do that shit? Why?
I don't know, because it's fun. It's what they teach you at DM school.
I bet you do it as well.
The reason
I don't
DM
actually. I literally don't. Like,
the reason why
if it's
DMs
above
do
20.
it is because it gives you an idea of the sorts of bonuses that the monsters are getting, so it enables you to make an understanding of how dangerous they are.
That's not why I do it. I do it because it's funny.
But then you don't go. Does 21 hit? It gets out. 21 hits you, right? That's what I do.
No, I ask if it hits.
Mhm.
Alright, okay. You take 7 bludgeoning damage plus maths is hard. 14 radiant damage.
What? Why?
And that's just his first attack.
I'm gonna
He's
die.
gonna do it again.
I'm gonna die.
That's 17.
That matches.
That hits. That's 8 bludgeoning damage and 24 radiant damage. As he brings the second blow down upon Rahal and flattens her to the ground, he turns to you all and goes, "Surrender to me." And that will bring us to the wolves. But you're out, so the wolves still there? Oh, are they
No,
gone? The
concentration.
wolves are gone. Meryl.
This is going well.
Yeah, this is great.
Sucks 'cause I was gonna give the puppies my rope to tie him up, but
You're gonna like at it from Star Wars. Tangle him up.
yeah, of course. Okay. Fuck. All right. Let's use Chester, some rope, and the rafters. That's my plan. Where is my baby, by the way?
You don't know yet.
Very upset. And I assume that counts as my whole action, and I can't like do anything else, right?
So what are we attempting to do with Chester and this rope?
Just get. You know what? Let's just have Chester like fly around his neck and then fly over the rafter, and I'll hang on to the other end of the
Attempting
rope.
to hang the angel.
I'll hang on to the other end of the rope. Yes, I'm gonna hang the angel with my bird and with a rope.
Okay, I would like you to make a dexterity check for Chester.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh no, what was that?
This is my first really bad roll.
Oh no, is it natural 1?
No, it's a 6, but it still sucks.
Okay, so
He has such a great bonus too.
So Chester flies up with a piece of rope in his mouth, and he knows what you're planning to entangle him, to restrict him. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to fully restrict him, and the rope kind of goes around him, but it's not pulled taut enough. He hasn't managed to get the anchor in to get him restrained. The Daiva is still able to move freely, but there's a setup. It's not a complete failure. You may, depending on how well you do next round, might be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can any of these goofballs observe it and help in any way?
Yeah, I mean, Kerchak and Vulgus would have seen the rope go up and around, and I feel like it's fairly obvious what you're planning to do.
I really hope that angels don't have like gills in their ribs or something.
Okay, speaking of which, Kerchak, you're on the floor. You've just come back from being knocked unconscious for the first time. You look up and you see Vulgus is stood over you. The Daiva above that, looking down upon Rahal, who has been mushed into the ground. What do you do?
How high up off the ground is it?
He's not flying, he's just like hovering just a little bit.
Right,
You know,
okay.
he's got like a foot of hovering maybe.
Kick him in the dick.
No, what I'd like to do is stand up with the battle axe in hand and try to make some sort of arm bar, but where I'd like to try and slip myself under his arm that's holding the mace, get the axe handle like over the arm and like through the shoulders, bring it down on the elbow to try and disarm him. And if possible, the aim is to break the arm for a normal person, but...
Okay, Alright, roll an attack, but this will be a bit more difficult to pull off.
fuck it. If I get hit with this again, I am down. So I may as well do the barbarian thing and reckless.
Oh
Are
boy.
you raging?
Oh, bonus action rage.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Stuart.
It's okay.
Okay, so yeah, reckless. So what am I adding to this? Is it like as though it was a normal attack?
Yeah,
with
as if it were a normal attack.
Okay, so that's okay. 26.
Ooh,
hit.
26 will do it. 26 gets up in there and you bring it down upon him. And you hear a clunk on the ground as the mace is dropped from his hand.
In that case, can I kick the mace away, turn round with the axe, and just try and crack him one?
Yeah.
Nice. Still reckless. Oh, that's what I was looking for. It is the 20.
Oh!
This is why I love this dice. It's usually reliable. Usually. So that's... And with Savage Attacker, I've not been adding rage damage.
Jamie, you div.
I've just noticed now. But with Savage Attacker, I get to add one more of the weapon dice as
Oh,
well.
shit.
So that's 3d10. It's a 19 with 2 of them. But so that's 20 just on the dice, plus 5, 25, plus 2 for red damage. So that's, how much did I just say?
25 plus 2, 27.
27 points.
27 points of damage. Hot diggity damn.
I'm an angry boy.
You are an angry boy. And that is reflected in the savage attack you do. And it hits him square in the stomach. And the fury and rage you put into the attack is shown as he doubles over. And visibly, for the first time, shows like intense pain on his face. And you even watch as your blade cuts across his stomach, and there's like a splash of holy blood across the stone floor.
As he leans down, I'd like to be right in the face and just like, she will not leave with you.
Nice. Okay, Rahala, death saving throw, please.
It's like God of War, but Jamie instead of...
You're muted. Fail?
Fail 8.
Okay.
No.
Stop dying.
Well, I want to get all the dark bargains.
I mean, I can give you those. You just have to go somewhere. And it's really fun. I've been
Clary
there.
won't let me.
Okay, which brings us to Vulgus.
Alright, I am going to conjure up some real firepower here and do another, my final third level spell slot, another third level Scorching Ray, because this is too small a room for me to fireball it.
I mean, you could. It would be funny for me.
Normally, I'd be like, yeah, please.
Just shotgun everyone.
Right now.
Alright. Natural 20. Natural 20. 14 on the dice. An 11 on the dice. The 11 is plus 8, and the 14 is plus 8.
Yeah,
so
they
that's
all of them
9.
hit.
Okay, so 2 are natural 20s. So the first one, the first ray, the first crit.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. It's quicker for me to just add them up. Okay.
Pardon me, sorry.
That's alright.
59 points of fire damage.
59 points of fire damage, huh?
And it just
Okay.
straight into his noggin, trying to burn his eyeballs out.
You let loose these rays, and you can see that he is very visibly hurt now, but he is still standing somehow. It is actually now his turn, and he is going to... Give me a second.
Like, who goes down this turn? Ding, 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 ding,
Beep,
ding.
boop,
Pick
bop.
one.
He stands straight and he casts a hand over himself. As he does, you watch as his form changes shape from that of the Daiva to a human female who is clad in what appears to be dark armor. She has a hood pulled low over her face and a evil wry grin from beneath, and she has clutched in her hands 2 short swords.
2 of them.
And that's her turn, I believe. Yes, that's the Daiva's turn.
I like that turn. That's a nice.
So do I.
Yeah.
Especially while I attacked recklessly. This was a nice turn.
It's a good turn. This is a good turn.
Yeah, that's everything from the Daiva. I think that was the. Yep. Okay. So, Meryl.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I get to Rahal without losing my good rope situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Shit. Sorry, it's hard to decide what's the smartest thing to do. But, you know what? Meryl is not a smart person.
I was going to say, what's the plan Meryl thing
Yeah,
to do?
what's the Meryl thing to do?
I think I need a coin to flip because... Alright. I'm just gonna let the dice decide which thing I do, and then I will do it. Okay. We're gonna stick with the hanging plan.
Okay.
And what do you want me to do?
I would like you to make an athletics roll. We'll treat this as like a grapple.
For me?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. Come on, dice, don't fail me! A 20.
A 20.
Yeah, but not a natural one, just a regular 20.
Unfortunately, it's not enough. This new form is very dexterous, and as the rope begins to go around its neck, you see throw its head back, the hood falls back, and the rope just scrapes up the chin.
But
Does Meryl just go, oh, butts.
Ah, jeez.
Okay. Kerchak. Is there anything else you want to do, Meryl, in this time? With your bonus action?
yes. I am gonna get up next to Rahal.
Okay. That's easily done. Kerchak, this Daiva is now a woman?
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to use something that I've had in my pack for a long time, since we first fought the vampires, and I'm popping that potion of healing.
Oh, you have one of those.
We've had one for a while,
Oh,
but
that's useful.
yeah,
How's it
people
go?
died before I could use it, so at least last
Yeah,
time.
the
anyway.
vampire thing was sort of very much a very one and done sort of
It
situation.
was a shock and awe kind of thing. Yeah.
You get knocked down.
You don't get back up again. So it's 2d4 plus
2.
2.
I don't know why I thought it was +1 for so long.
I don't know.
That's a good even 6.
Oh, that's just, a good 6.
Yeah, it's like almost a 10th of your hit points.
Okay. Cool. And then not to yield an inch. Yeah, just same again. But not reckless this time.
Okay.
Because yeah. So one attack is gonna be a 19, and the other one is gonna be higher. It's gonna be
They
a
both hit.
21. Yeah, cool. That's two-handed. So one's gonna be 15 from one. That is with rage damage, I'm remembering.
Okay, yep.
And 13 from the other.
Okie doke. So you let loose these blows, and you hear the woman gasp in pain as you hit her. And you can see that these are leaving wounds. These seem to be hitting pretty dang well. Rahal, another death saving throw, please.
That's a 4.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I see you.
I'm not.
There are only so many dark deals you can make.
Actually, Arena is going to rush forth and she's
Gotta
going to
catch
attempt
them
to
all.
stabilize Rahal.
Oh. I mean, yay.
She is like a fucking nobody character though, so good luck. We'll see how this goes. Oh, that's a 19 on the dice, so hey, you are stabilized.
Ooh, that's good.
You
I
are not dying.
You'll wake up in 1 to 4 hours.
Cool.
Okay, which brings us to Vulgus.
Okay, I know it's an angle, and it doesn't really show pain, but how hurt does it look?
Not that hurt.
Not that hurt.
No.
I'm running low on the shooty bang bang magics.
It's almost like you're fighting an angel. Weird.
Look, it's the weakest kind of angel. I am going to channel divinity. I'm going to produce my holy symbol, and I am going to conjure the columns of light underneath the creature. So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. That's a 19.
Okay, so it takes half damage.
Okie doke.
So that's going to be like tuppence. 14 halved to 7.
To 7.
Radiant
you know,
damage.
It's a damage.
Yeah, it's radiant though.
Yep.
Although I wrote down holy damage here. It's not holy damage. That doesn't exist in 5 ELS.
It does not.
It should.
Okay, which brings us to the Daiva. And she is going to jump forth and attempt to take out you, Vulgus.
Okay.
She's going to attack you.
Wine flare.
Okay.
Disadvantage on the strike.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. She's gonna attempt again. So she jumps forth and wah. She turned into Wario and
Wow.
Luigi. That one is going to be a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
You take 8 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. 6.
Oh, you fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have a feeling I'm taking more than 8 damage. Assassino.
Oh.
It's fine. I got a lot of hit points. It's cool.
You take 33 points of poisoning damage.
Oh. I didn't know angels are poisonous.
Okay, I'm still up. I'm good.
Okay, Meryl.
Thank God they both didn't hit.
I have cure wounds. So I'm gonna do that on Rahal, but I only have it as a level 1.
Oh,
You can cast it at level high levels if you have it.
If you have it, period.
Any spell you can cast at a higher level. Any spell you have.
What's do?
I feel like I should mention that I do know that Daiva's, it's all their attacks regardless of form that deal the additional radiant damage, because it's the Daiva that is magical, and not the weapons. I feel like I should mention that.
Okay, let me just. Where the fuck? Okay, I mean, what I can do in fairness, moving forward is we will do that. I can't retroactively just fucking kill you all.
I mean, you can if you want.
No, that's not fair.
That's evil.
So what Stu would do.
Not what Stu would do. Stu would remember it in the first time.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Evil
But
and
Stu has.
Hey, let me just
Very
quickly
good.
roll 4d8 radiant and give that to Vulgus right now.
Listen, Stu has used angels more than Susie has. So
This is
it's-
my first time piloting an angel.
Yeah. The only time I've used angels, they've been on the side of the party. This is a new and interesting opportunity.
I'll just get those damage dice right there, nice and ready. Okay, so Meryl.
It looks like I do have a second level, so I can do a cure wounds at second level, which is 2d8. So that is 6 and 1, which is a nice whopping 7.
What's your spellcasting mod as well?
What's your wisdom?
Oh, 0?
Okay.
I mean, I take the 7. Thank
Oh,
you.
Meryl is such a unique character.
Leave her alone. I love her.
I love her.
She's doing her best, you know?
She is.
Some people just don't have an easy life.
She's a
It's
good
not
Meryl Brent.
born
Good
with all
Meryl's
the
Brent.
talents.
Kerchak, you're up.
So she got up and turned away from me to try and do everyone else in.
Yes.
Back
Stab that bitch in
exposed.
the back.
Kind of, yeah. Sort of like an angle.
Okay. Well, enough so that I can move around.
Yes.
Continuing with the wrestling theme, Master Lock.
Okay, we'll go for a grapple check.
So that's athletics for me, yeah.
Yes.
Really glad you're DMing this, Susie, because all of these terms I have no idea.
18 plus 8. 26 from me.
25! Oh, you've got her.
That grapples don't count as attacks, do they? No.
No, that's an action, so you're holding on to her.
But that means I don't also get my extra attack, right?
Sadly not, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Can I use my movement to sort of start dragging her away from everyone else?
You
half
will-
my movement?
Yes,
But-
half your movement.
That's still 20 feet away from everyone else.
Damn. Okay, so you start pulling her back. I mean, unfortunately, the limitations of the room mean you don't get that far away, but
Okay.
she'll still have to move out of your melee range to hit the others if she so wanted to.
Yeah, I'm just remembering because even though they're grappled, they can still attack from where
Yes, they can.
they are. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, Rahal, you're on the ground and you feel Meryl's healing touch.
Feels like nettle soup.
I open my eyes and see Meryl. Like,
I wink at her.
oh, okay. This is like that weird dream I had. Never mind.
Meryl's just like, she dreams of me!
I look around. How battered does everyone look?
Oh, everybody's fucked.
I'm on a
Meryl
healthy
looks fine.
24.
Huh?
Yeah, Meryl's fine.
What's Kerchak and Vulgus like?
Out of 80, 24.
I'm on 19 out of 60.
God damn it. How are you all having so much? I have 47. Anyway,
Barbarian.
my last, yeah, I know, but my last look cure wounds at level 3. For Vulgus this time.
Okay.
It's
Wow,
like
did you ever think
serious
you'd be
now.
doing that?
But it's serious business and it's a good roll. It's 20.
Okay, that's good.
And
That's good. Not bloodied anymore.
no,
This feels strange.
Oh fuck! I can't because you're too far away to cure wounds. I need to touch.
I mean, the room's not that big. You can like
Okay,
get up and
I just roll and grab his leg.
grab his leg. You don't even like touch his arm for healing. It's like, ugh.
Like I'm on the floor still, so I would have to get up.
Oh,
So I
you
just
like crawl.
I just crawl over. Yeah, it's not very dignified, but it does the job. And then God damn it! I throw a healing word.
Oh, you
Can I
can't.
do it? It's a bonus action though.
Yeah, but you can't cast a spell. And then do another level spell. You could do a cantrip, but not a leveled spell.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That's it then. I'm gonna try and roll out of the way again.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Okie dokie. Which will Irina is going to stand in front of you, Rahal, while you're on the floor with the sword.
No,
Or are you standing up?
sorry. I will stand up.
Okay.
But guidance is a full action, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
guidance is an action. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Well, Irina is going to try to sort of put herself between you at the minute because she's seen that you are a bit fragile right now. Vulgus.
Okay. Third level done. On to second level. More Scorching Ray.
Okay.
It's only 3 now instead of 4.
Does
Okay.
grappled do anything to help everyone
No,
else?
speed is reduced to 0.
Just means you
checking.
can't move.
Yeah, that's all it does. Okay, so that's a 26, a 23, and a 17.
Yeah, all 3 hit.
Okay. So, first one, so that's 10, 15, 23 points of fire damage.
23, okay. Kerchak, you feel suddenly very warm as there's a lot of fire in front of you. And you hear a small scream of pain as it engulfs her for a moment before it flies away. She is going to stab
Move away.
the shit out of you because you are grabbing onto her. So, first attack is 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's 7 piercing damage. So reduce that to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we go with the poison damage.
Is that a con save?
It is a Constitution saving throw, yes.
Nice. I'm good at those. That's a 19 plus 6.
Okay, you make the save. So it's 24, reduced to half to 12, and then reduce that again to 6 because you're raging. And then the big whammy Daiva damage. Give me a second. Wow, this is a lot of fucking dice. That's 24, so reduce that to 12.
I think in the Monster Manual it actually mentions, like, your players probably won't fight them, but they're pretty strong.
No!
Does it not mention that? It used to mention that, where it was like, they're stronger than usual because we don't expect players to fight them.
No.
No.
Just says they look really cool. No, it doesn't. Okay, and so that's her turn. Stabby. She is happy with the stabs. Meryl. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're all gonna die.
What does the...
Two?
She gets 2 attacks, right? Or are you on 2 hit points?
I want to hit.
Yeah, she's done 2 attacks. No, she only
did
did
she?
1.
Oh,
What is...
Wait a second, it's not your turn yet, Meryl. I forgot.
Warding Flare. Warding Flare.
Warding Flare?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, it still hits.
I've got 1 left.
This just the outright stab is going to knock you out.
Yeah.
Like, just any damage would knock you out, so you're down.
Mm-hmm. I was so looking forward to like bashing against a wall. That was the next plan.
So yeah, your arms fall loose, and you just poof on the ground again. You've already come back up again, so you can't yet.
Yep.
Kerchak is unconscious and bleeding out on the floor with puncture wounds in his chest. Meryl.
Also, my previous death fail still counts, right?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. All right.
That's by Stu's rules. We're doing just the...
That's not my rules.
Isn't it?
No.
I just
That's what I
remembered
wanted
that
to-
happening
that's what I wanted
before
to avoid.
somehow.
Huh?
That's what I wanted to avoid. Is this a common house rule, is that?
Fair enough.
So Meryl. I think you're muted. Like, I'm sorry, chat. I don't take pleasure in this.
Test 1, 2. Is it
Uh-oh.
your headphones? Because that happens to me occasionally.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, you're
there we
super
go.
quiet. Oh, I know what it is. Go into video settings on Zoom. You know, next to your video camera is. And then click that, and then go to audio. And then there's a button beneath your audio that says automatically adjust microphone. Untick that. Uh-oh. Just bear with us, folks. A little bit of technical issues. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to a quick break.
How's that?
No.
Can you
What?
hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there was a third automatically adjust microphone that I found. So
Ah.
I
Dying.
got it now. That wasn't ridiculous. I'm sorry. What does the Daiva look like now?
Looks like a human female, clad in dark clothes with studded leather armor on, carrying two short swords.
How big is she?
She's just about standard height, about 5'8". I don't know. I don't know what
Uh-huh.
size normal people are.
Okay. We are. What is it? Irina, go stabilize Kolchak, and then Chester and I are gonna run around her. Wait, is she gonna get attack of opportunity every time I run around her, even if it's like the full distance? Or
If
do I have
you
to be in arm's reach?
if you stay close to her, like mechanically speaking, if you stay within the same 5 feet around her, she can't attack of opportunity you. But if you
Or if
go
you stay
out of-
beyond 5 feet of her.
or if you stay beyond 5 feet, she can't get you. But if you go 5 feet and then away, she can get you.
Okay, so I'm staying the not in 5 feet away, and Chester and I are gonna
Run around her.
run around her with a rope.
Like,
What do you want me to roll?
I don't even know.
like Looney Tunes style?
Yes! Look, just I'm doing what I can, okay? I don't
So-
have any good weapons. All I got are my idiot brain, you know, and my vulture. It's what I've got. It's what I want to work
So,
with.
do me a sleight of hand to see how well you do with the rope.
Can Chester get his own roll too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So 20 for me and 15 for Chester.
Okay, let me just Oh boy. Okay, so you start to bind the rope around her, and she appears to be getting bound up in rope. Not entirely stuck, but you have immobilized her for the time being.
It's working.
It's what I've got.
She's not completely restrained, but she is in effect right now grappled. Her speed is at 0. You've at-atted her legs.
Right, everyone stay more than 5 feet away.
She's Okay, Kerchak, death saving throw, please.
And I'll use the most Kerchaki dice. Not in size, but in colour. 17. There we go.
Hey, success. Rahal.
Oh, God damn it. Not again. I I literally have no spells I can use in this area, so I'm cure woundsing. Curing
works.
wounds at care check at 2nd level.
You will have to go up next to him.
I've fallen right beneath.
Like
the
she's
Daiva.
she's there on him.
Yeah, but she's immobilized, so.
Yeah, she can still attack though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fine healing word then. I mean, that's
Kerchak can fall over again.
something.
I have one more rage left in me.
Or
We
you
need
need
the big guy.
I didn't plan for this to be a TPK.
It's not bad. No, it is.
Perkins.
2nd level, that's 2d4, right?
Angles are scary.
4, 9. 9 health.
9.
9 health. Can I cantrip as a main action and bonus action the healing word? And I'll throw a produce flame at her.
Yeah, trick some fire at her.
All I have.
Do it.
It's all I have to is fire. I'm trying my best.
2.
2. To hit? Do you have to roll an attack for produce?
Yeah,
flame?
I do. Well, it's fine. I mean, there's other things in my life I'm good at. So, no, I do not hit.
Okay. Vulgus.
Okay, they still look unflinchingly not caring about their wounds.
Oh yeah, they seem fine.
What do I do, guys? What do I do? All I can do is damage. I'm like the opposite of Meryl.
Oh, that's just me.
Oh,
I can't do anything.
What? You can. Everyone
I
else
can
is like
hit
trying to
our
grapple. I'm just like, I can barely lift my weight.
I haven't tried seducing this angel yet.
we're actually all surprised.
There it is. There it is.
All right, I'm just throwing more fire.
Okay.
All of at least 17, and I know 17 hit.
Yep.
So that, yeah. Okay, just roll this all at the same time, just to speed it up. 10. 20 points of fire damage.
20 points of fire damage, and once again, you put forth your hand. She's engulfed in flame.
At this point, I feel like I'm just letting it go and just not turning it off.
Just
Unlimited fire.
You look at her now, and she has visible burns all up her face. She is looking less good.
That's positive.
Something.
It is, however, her turn. She is currently bound in ropes, and she has seen.
Unless I was behind her.
You were behind her because you were grappling her from behind.
That's something.
So she is going to use her action to attempt to break out of the ropes. So I would like you, Meryl, to roll me a athletics check.
Oh! By some miracle, I got a natural 20.
Hey.
Okay.
Meryl did something!
Mark it on the calendar.
Make a note on this, on the 55th minute of the 21st hour on the 6th of the 6th, 2018, Meryl achieved a natural 20.
Meryl did a thing!
And actually, with that, she attempts to break free of the ropes, and as she leans down to do that, you manage to entangle her hands. So she stood there kind of like, shit, with her hands bound down as well.
Can I wolf whistle?
You can, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna start my turn by wolf whistling. And then the second thing I'm gonna do is there anything I can secure these ropes to? We've got the stone walls.
Not really, because I mean the table that's in here is like a wooden table. It would shift if it was pulled hard enough.
I'm gonna have Chester go up and like loop around the.
Okay, around the rafters. Okay, yeah, you secure that up there. Okay, she is now firmly tied, and we'll say she is restrained right now.
Jimmy's face just lights up.
Which is very bad for the Daiva.
Can I blow a kiss to Kolchak, or is he passed out again?
He's on the floor, but he is awake.
Can we just leave her like that and walk away? I mean,
I guess that's not a bad idea. Someone take some sketches first.
Fuck. Meryl's like, I need to add this to the bank.
Come on.
first you should bar her up, and now this.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Right, Kolchak, it's your turn.
Okay, I'd like to straighten up.
Uh-huh.
Does it look like my magical axe has been doing any more damage than standard?
Not any more damage than standard, but when it was attacking the Daiva's body, it left marks that you would have assumed would normally hit. It seemed to... Basically, it wasn't reduced. It wasn't resistant to it.
Okay. I'm going to bring out my old faithful grey axe, just because the damage seems more. I'm just sacrificing that +1. Because it doesn't have a +1 to... Oh, no, it does have a +1 to damage. Yeah, I've been adding that. Why am I just remember?
I mean, you also have... Oh, no, wait, you have to kill with that. Never mind.
Yeah, that's why I've not been using it as much.
But on the plus side, you do have advantage, seeing as the Daiva is restrained.
So, yeah, the final rage is happening. And, yeah, I'd like to just straighten up behind her and thwack her, but I will just might as well keep up the...
Like an angel
battle
pinata.
axe. Yeah. Yeah, just, like, crack the neck, wind up, and, yeah, take the swing with battle axe. Ooh, that was so close to being a natural 20. So 14. 23.
23 hits.
Oh no, it's an advantage. 19 plus 9. So yeah.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 17 points of damage from the first one.
Okay.
And so 19, there's only one way to go. Nah, yeah, it's another 19. No, another 19 on the dice with the +9. So that's going to be same damage again.
Nice.
Max
Okay.
on both.
So while this Daiva, this woman is restrained before you, you straighten up and you bring down 2 mighty blows upon her. She screams, and as she does, the form drops, and again is the form of the Daiva. He's still restrained, but he's there now before you, and he's no longer the woman.
No. Technically, with how restrained they are, do I feel comfortable walking around them and back to the rest of the group? Or would I feel as though that might incur a hit?
It would still incur a hit.
It would.
Because it's not...
It's a disadvantage, right?
No, it doesn't say anything about disadvantage. It just says... Oh, yeah, sorry, yes, it does. Yes, disadvantage. I can read.
I can never remember the difference between the various...
No, I always have to have the conditions page up because I just never fucking know them.
I've had to print it out now and put it in front of me when I'm playing Carry On.
I need a DM screen.
In that case, yeah, I'm gonna risk getting back to everyone else because either way, I'm gonna be the target.
She's gonna take a swing at you. Well, the Daiva takes a swing at you.
Be less than 14, please.
It's 22.
Screw it. Go on then.
So that's
any more than 9 points total.
That's 6, but you're raging, so down to 3. And then... Okay. 2, 9, 14 to 7. So 10 total.
Yeah, I only had 6 left.
Oh!
But
Boom!
on the way, do I fall towards everyone else at
Yes, you
least?
do, yeah.
Like on your face.
Kerchak slides at the party.
I have done nothing but die and heal today. This is not me. I mean, the dying, yes. But
Okay, Rahal, you're up. You watch as the form of the woman goes to back to that of the Daiva, and you see as Kerchak tries to get around them, and they just do a little like woof out of nowhere, and Kerchak goes. "Bleh, ugh."
I drag him a bit away from the bound Daiva and will touch. Never mind.
No!
Cure wounds because I can touch. I just mixed up verbs. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
And it's not bad. So 18,
Nice.
second level.
And Kerchak wakes up realizing he could have got away without incurring the attack of opportunity and then just attacked from a range afterwards. But, you know, he had time to think on it while he was unconscious. So how much was that again, sorry?
18.
18.
Wait, hold up.
Disengage around and then next round, javelin.
It is
Right, well,
important to note the Daiva is not currently, it's not being restrained next to the stairs. There's a gap where you could get through if you so chose and wanted to escape and not get TPK'd. There is a way out,
I said that.
says the panicked DM.
No, I know.
Okay, Vulgus.
I mean, how hurt does the Daiva look at this point?
It itself is kind of hurt. There are wounds visible on it now. There's like some blood in its wings.
I got more second level spell slots, which means more Scorching Rays. Let's go.
Oh my god. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay, no natural 20s there, but they do. The lowest was a 19 altogether.
Okay, they'll hit.
So thank God for advantage on that one, because my first roll on one of them was 1, and my first roll on another one was a 4.
Nice.
10. Oh God. 28 points of fire damage this time.
28.
Yeah.
Okay. This
My
thing
hand
is
is getting really hot.
still dangling. Still alive. Let's go with.
Don't say a word. I was gonna buy you a mockingbird.
But you do let forth some mighty flame, and you see now that there is visible pain and almost a hint of fear in the Daiva's eyes. Which it is that its turn.
That's just tempting now.
Ah, no, you're doing the opposite of making us want to
close.
leave.
It's so
Hey,
cool.
it's not on me if you guys are suicidal, okay? You make your own decisions.
Have you encountered a D&D player? I mean, you've been one. Gun.
Hey.
Taylor.
Suicidal is a middle name.
I think mine's not. Mine's Glorious Death.
Ah, yeah.
Mine's
A
Makes all the
tiefling. I
wrong
want a tiefling barbarian with virtue name. It's just called suicidal.
Ooh, you're giving me ideas.
It's a good one, right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Sue. Her name.
Yeah,
her name's
Sue.
Sue. Is
Yeah.
Sidle.
Yeah. Sue.
I like it.
The name is Sue. What's Sue short for? Suicidal.
Yeah, but then she does it as an aside.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Okay. This time the Daiva is going to... You watch as it turns itself into a terrifying beast. It looks like a large white wolf.
La, 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 la.
Have I encountered that? Like the white wolf, the thingy? Like the thing?
You've not encountered this type of wolf, but this is... This almost seems larger than the one you saw speaking to you
Would you say
when
that
you
it's
died.
like a banana tiger?
I would not say that it was a banana tiger. No, I wouldn't. It is not a Geralt of Rivia.
But it is a white wolf.
It is a white wolf. And that will be the Daiva's turn, which brings us to Meryl.
It's still tied up.
It's still tied up.
It's tied up as a dog now.
Yeah, it's not quite as maybe tightly bound as the woman was, and the Daiva was, but yeah.
Can I get Chester to secure the end of the rope I was holding on, and then grab Irina's hand? Because it doesn't sound like she went over to the other side to stabilize Kolchak.
No, yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, Chester secures the other end of the rope, and you go and grab Irina's hand. Are you moving any further?
We're gonna I'm gonna drag her out of that room. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so you two book it for the stairs. The room's not that big. What your movement's? What, 30?
Yeah.
So you can get to like the foot of the stairs and like a little bit, on them at the bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, Kerchak.
Puppy out for a second. She's upset.
No worries.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty much going to be my next plan as well. So getting up on this side of the room with everyone else. From this distance, I will recklessly throw 2 javelins, and this time I won't try to retrieve them.
Okay, you recklessly throw your javelins, a bit like the darts we threw earlier.
Yeah.
Not talking about that.
I'm hoping for an Ace Ventura moment. That's a natural 20, which is a lot better than the 2.
Or
So that's javelins are
Maths,
d6s.
card check.
So that's 3 d6s because savage attacker.
Kerchak have good mental mathematics, but bad at calculus.
So that's 2 5s, a 6, and the +5 from strength. So that's 15. 21 from that one.
damn.
And then second attack.
Yeah.
That's going to be 17 plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not unfortunately going to be those other 2, but I'll use the one that did a 6 because, yeah, obviously. It's going to be a 5 plus my strength, so that's 10 points total with that one, and head towards the stairs.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. You join Meryl and Irina at the bottom of the stairs. I assume you would like put yourself between them and the wolf, right?
Yeah, I'm interposing myself at the bottom of the stairs because like people go past me and I'll go last.
Yep. Okay, Rahal.
So it looks like we're running finally.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's making a run for it, and the wolf now has 2 large javelins sticking out of it, and it's growling and snapping and trying to break its bonds.
I will say, okay, yeah, good call. Not arguing with that, and cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. So
Okay.
if we're out, we can also try and hide from that thing if it comes up.
Okay. Nice.
It's my last second level spell, so it's gone. And then also, book.
All right. So you leg it out, which brings us to Vulgus.
Okay. So it still looks really hurt, right?
It's not super hurt, no. Not the wolf. It's got 2 javelins sticking out of it, but it's not super hurt. It's still full of life and...
Oh. Okay.
Are you coming?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much good it's going to do. It can fly, but
We don't know that yet.
it's got wings.
Yeah, but now it's a wolf, and it's still tied, and like.
Okay. Do we know what's on the floor above this one? Because you said the ceiling was wood.
Yeah, it's where you were. It's like an entranceway, a hallway, leading through to the great dining hall where you'd first met the abbot. So it's
Okay.
it's like an area familiar to you.
Right. Is the floor in there stone or wood?
It's wood.
Okay, never mind. I just didn't know if it was like wood holding up stone. You know, like happens.
No,
in-
it's a wooden floor.
Okay. In that case, then I'm just gonna go away, and then if I make my way around, who will be the closest to the Daiva?
If you go through, it would be Kerchak. Kerchak has purposely put himself right at the bottom, so he
Okay.
is the first contact.
All right, I'll cast Sanctuary on Kerchak,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it.
Booking it. Okay. Which is the Daiva, and it's going to try to break out. And because of Meryl's very good work, we're going to give disadvantage. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a shit-ass roll. And so you guys hear as it growls and howls and tries to break at its bonds, but it appears to be stuck where it is for now. So is the play to just book it out of here now? Is everybody running?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm definitely going last, and if there's any way to barricade, like, because I can't remember, is there a doorway to the stairs going down?
It was
here?
like a cellar door. It was like a trap door.
Is there anything I can slam down on top of it as well?
Yeah, I mean, there was furniture upstairs. You could,
Is
put
there
down.
like a latch?
Yeah, there'd be a latch, a lock on it.
Is there like the ring? The cellar doors usually have that like ring.
Yeah,
handle?
like that ring handle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have a sword. I'm gonna put the sword through the ring.
Why?
For this exact situation.
Yeah, I'm putting the sword through the ring handle so that it.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So as you guys flee the cellar and slam the door shut and plan your next move, we're gonna go to a quick break. We will see you in about 5-10 minutes.
I have to pee so bad.
Can't believe
Hey, welcome back. Thank you very much for bearing with us during that short break. We have recovered from a beating. So, you hear below you in the floorboards the howls and growls and snapping of jaws from the great white wolf that the Daiva turned into. You have barred the top of the trapdoor to the cellar with a sword. What is your next move? Meryl Piddlewick comes running up to you and greets you with the
Quick, set the demon on it.
I'm almost tapped. I'm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's
Anything?
go.
Let's please leave this place.
Yeah,
We need to
can
get
make
Arena
more.
out of here.
We are at the moment stealthy. But even if he breaks out, he might not be able to find us. But
While we're doing this, anything else in the room just to prop on top of the door, just to make it heavier? Just as it might be locked up, but I would just want to add as much obstacle as possible.
Okay, yeah, there's heavy tables, chairs, and you just drag them over and just start piling them on top of the trapdoor. Okay.
I don't help because I might break if I do.
Okay. You cannot hear the mongrel folk. You can't hear the Bellevues. There is no sound of any potential golems on the way that you can hear. But if you guys want to stealth out of here, I would need you all to make a stealth check for me, please.
I would like that.
add +10 to everything.
That might be needed.
Wait, why do we add +10?
Because I cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us, including Irina.
That
I'm glad you did, because I got a 3.
Ooh, I got a 20 total.
Damn.
29 total.
20,
Oh, wait.
29,
30.
14.
30, 14. Okay. You begin to make your way quietly out of the Abbey. By this time, dusk has definitely drawn in, and there are great shadows that you can cling to as you make your way out. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the Abbey, or are you basically just getting the hell out of there?
In the rooms we pass through, is there anything that sticks out as being, what's the word I want to use?
Like wine?
Useful, powerful looking, dangerous looking, as we're running through the Abbey?
As you're running through the Abbey, you're looking doors here and there, but it's basically a ruin. There's not much here. There's only the small, it's not as well cared for as it had been in its time. So the places you look in, it's like ruined furniture, or they're just empty rooms with holes through and stuff like that. As you
I don't see a single enchanted bow anywhere.
There's just one in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, it's a little target for Meryl.
No, just Meryl, do not touch.
Tragically, as you are running through the halls of the Abbey, Scooby-Doo style, you do not see a mysterious glowing bow. You do, however, as you're making your way out and peek into a room, see Vasilka staring out of a window.
This is the
This is the flesh golem that the abbot was going to present to Strahd. She doesn't seem to have seen you. She has her back to the door, and she's just stood, staring out of the window.
Do I know if, like, flesh golems have psychic bonds or anything to their creators?
You do not.
No, whatever. I'm impulsive anyway. You want to come with us? I just yell at her as we're running past.
1 second.
oh, what is it? Because I'm not in that chat, so.
Okay, so as you do that, her head just sort of turns to look at you in a very unnatural, jerky motion. And she just looks at you with a very sad expression. She opens her mouth as if to speak, but no words come out.
That's sad. She should just run.
Doesn't seem like she has understood you.
What's my feeling from the group?
I ignore her and run.
Yeah.
Like her being Ahsoka. Sorry, Meryl. This is not the threesome I want.
You have a bird. You have a creepy demon clockwork child. You do not need a creepy dead person.
I just really like having a posse, okay?
The vulture would eat them.
What? You don't know that.
Good point.
Pick.
Ultimately, Meryl, you can do what you want. It is your decision.
I can't let her be there. That's so sad. I'm gonna grab her hand too and see if she wants to come with me.
Okay. As you take her hand, there doesn't seem to be any resistance, and you feel her fingers close around yours.
Okay. I'm gonna run with her.
Okay. And she follows. I mean, there's a moment where she almost trips. She is in like a long dress that seems to be tattered and quite old. Being from Barovia, you know this isn't the Barovian style.
Her romantically when she trips.
Oh, like the wedding.
Yes, if you wish to, you can catch
Thank
her and cradle her as she falls.
Thank you.
You watch as Meryl scoops up this flesh golem and carries on running with you. Are you just heading straight down to Kresk?
Yeah.
Everybody? Okay.
Okay, this is an abbey, right?
Mhm.
As we're running through, do we see a graveyard?
Yeah, there's a graveyard.
Okay. Is there any, like, mausoleum or anything in the graveyard? You know, that looks like the family crypt.
There is not.
Okay. It's just headstones.
Yes, ancient gravestones.
Can I quickly scan through and check and see if I can see any of the Kreskova?
Yes, actually, there are a few Kreskovas there.
Okay, is the one which is there the Kreskova of the child?
Of the one that the abbot resurrected.
The one that's still alive.
No, there isn't a grave made for him yet. Well, I mean, there's one dug, but there's no headstone made for him yet.
Right, so there is a dug grave.
Yes.
Okay. Right, I go again.
Okay. So you flee as fast as you can from the abbey, and as you begin the descent down the slope that brought you up to the abbey, you hear from within an inhumanly loud scream, like a shout of anguish and of frustration, and it seems to echo all across the mountains and woods that surround you. But there doesn't seem to be a rush of creatures from the abbey following you just yet.
Okay. Obviously keep moving, but as we do, I want to ask Arena, is there anywhere else you can think of that would be safe? Anywhere in yours or anyone else's memories that you may have that knows if there's a safe place?
You watch her eyes as they dart around as if she's searching her mind for anything that she can think of, and she says, I have nothing. I don't. Kresk was a dream, really. It was a last-ditch attempt.
What did Sergei want with you in that pool?
He wanted me to remember. To be free.
Perhaps letting you stay here was an issue, was the wrong decision to make. But the decision has been made now. I turn to the rest of the party. I think that our protection detail isn't over yet. Yeah, there's only one way that's... I think this is ending.
Yep.
Maybe I could stay with the Martikovs.
For a time, that might work.
That
They
could work.
kept me safe and hidden while I was in Vallaki.
Indeed.
You're muted, Liddy.
Muted with you.
We don't know what Vallaki looks like right now. Could be a mess we left.
That is true, but the Martikals are strong folk, and we don't have any other options. Unless we find that Van Richten.
The Abbey itself, did it feel safe to you, or was it the Daiva protecting the area? If we get rid of the Daiva, would the Abbey be still a safe place from Strahd? Or not?
Vulgus, you're the one that did the
I am
consecration.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there any hallowing?
This should have been consecrated land. It should have been a safe, holy place, but unfortunately you didn't really pick that up.
There was no consecration there. Anything good about that place is long gone. It's just as much rock and stone as any other building. I think the Martikals are our best bet. Remember, they have holdings outside of Vallaki as well.
Yes, I will work the vineyards. I will do what I can to help.
Do any of you know anything more about the Martikals? I only have a passing relationship with them as barkeep and customer.
They're good, and they are. Some of them are powerful.
Powerful enough to keep someone safe from Strahd?
Well, who is?
As safe as anywhere can in this place. Nowhere is safe. We understand
don't-
that, but
Yes, I don't know the people here half as well as you do. But so far, the Martikals were the only ones that have impressed me.
the Martikals are the only ones that I can think of as well. And as much as I feel like Irina would be safest with us, there are times that we're going to go into situations that will be dangerous for Irina that may just render this all moot. We can't. It's not exactly safe for you to walk with us into Castle Barovia, assuming that we're going.
I take out the black feather Ava's given me. There's nothing magical to it, right? It was...
No, nothing magical.
Hold on.
Do I know anything from my bounty hunter days?
You know, there's something about the Martikovs that is not common knowledge. They aren't exactly what they appear to be. They are a long historied clan within Barovia, and they appear... You're not entirely sure what the nature of it is, but they have some sort of supernatural ability, which has allowed them to remain safe and live as long as they have done, and hold the vineyard.
They're all dragons. Wait, no, this isn't my game. Never mind.
I think...
Are we just going to leave him up here? What do we do with the abbot? He knows about Irina.
He
Burn down
does.
the castle. Burn down the abbot.
But
Finally, your fire will be useful. Burn down the abbot.
unfortunately, it's a building I can't burn down. It was stone.
The Bellevue-
Priority is getting away.
I have a feeling that the madness of the abbots will keep him away for some time.
Oh, either way, we need a rest.
I think we do.
Did we all, the kid, the child, did we all see him? Was that just some of us?
No,
that
you all saw
We
him.
all saw him. Yeah.
What are we going to do about the child and the what was her name? The
The
Anna
beggar.
Kreskova.
Kreskova.
I feel like telling her at this juncture is more dangerous because she will go looking for him, and the abbot is probably not in the best of moods after this whole charade.
Mm.
It's cruel to just leave him up there.
I know, I
Never.
was thinking the same thing.
What if the abbot uses him as a bargaining chip? If we hide in Kresk,
Then we don't hide in Kresk.
where do we hide then?
On the road for now. We have space for us to sleep while others take watch. Thanks to your magic, I am mostly alright. So I can stay up.
Chester, or Meryl, can you send Chester to look for shelter?
Yeah, no problem.
Caves? Anything in the area?
I'll send Chester out.
I feel like that might be an idea, or keeping moving. One of those two. But somewhere.
I need her.
Right, but we have a horse and cart. You can sleep while someone else.
Yeah, but where is that horse and cart? Isn't that in Kresk?
Yeah, but we're in Kresk.
Yeah, like this, the path down from the Abbey is in Kresk.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way on the other side because it was on like a sheer cliff. So it's Whitby Abbey. It's up on a big fucking cliff with one side accessible.
Yeah. And
And just a little word about if we're going back into the actual town. If we're there and he does want revenge, then we endanger them as well. It's,
right, but there's no way to get out of here without going through the town.
yeah, but that's what I'm thinking, healing up here. If we find a cave somewhere.
It's awfully close to the Abbey.
And it also gives him more time to get to the town. He'll hit them before we can even get there at that point. And then when we do arrive, they'll know. The best thing we can do is get to the town.
Whatever
Get
happens,
the
you
horse.
can get to the town before us. Unless those wings are non-functional, he can fly. So I think that the best bet is to get wherever we can, because ideally, if he wants to come after us, he will.
Or if we get to the Kreskova, then at least we'd be there if he wanted to tell her about the kids, if he tried to manipulate her.
I don't think he thought we cared enough about him. If that sounds horrid, but...
So we are horrid people.
Also, it's the word of
No,
someone they trust against strangers in town.
Indeed, and I don't mean as in we don't care enough about the child. We do, but we did not really let that onto the abbot, so I don't think the abbot will think we care about the child enough for him to use it as a bargaining chip, is what I meant. And you whatever you said there, I didn't hear you.
What?
Whatever
Oh.
you said there, I didn't hear you.
Only one way to find out, so...
There is, but wherever we are right now, so long as we're near Kresk, I don't think standing still is a good idea.
Oh no, I assume this conversation was happening as you were making your way down the cliff.
Yeah.
So it takes a while to get down the cliff. It's a big switchback pass.
Yeah, it was a few hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a few hours. So, you know, you're going chop chop. You, in the time that it's taking you to get down the pass, there has been no noticeable movement from the Abbey. I mean, it's pretty hard to detect movement from the Abbey because it's like the cliff's like this and the Abbey is way back towards my elbow.
I'm watching the skies for any
But
shape.
yeah, there's been no flashes of light in the sky. There's been no visible like wings or anything like that. There's been no sounds. You know, like you'd been around the mongrel folk, the Bellevues. You knew that they weren't quiet. So if you'd sent them after you, you would have heard them by now. Everything is very quiet, and because we are now getting to nighttime, everything is very quiet in Kresk.
Perhaps we take and go before they even know we're there. Leave a note on the door of the Kreskovas saying their son is alive. Do not implicate them as much as we can. The last thing we want is the abbots putting fallout on them over our issues. Because they are but folk.
But does the abbot know they sent us?
Well, they did not send us. We went there because of Irina to make sure that she was safe.
Then there's no reason. I think we should just leave town and let them think we're dead.
That's true. Do we take the horses and cart?
We'll be traveling slow otherwise.
We will. And it means if we take it, we can at least move and rest.
If we do let them know, though, about the sun, then that's another thing the abbot would be preoccupied with.
I feel like it's going to weigh heavily on some people's minds if we don't. I pull out a paper and pen. A paper and quill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And write a little note in very, very fancy, lovely handwriting.
Okay, and what does this note say?
Your son is alive thanks to the abbot. Give it some time, but he will be there.
Okay.
And parts?
P.S.
Okay, and are you like slipping it under the door of the Kreskova's house, or are you like,
Yeah.
how are you delivering this note?
Slipping it under the Kreskova's door.
Okay.
And I do not sign it.
Right, gotcha. So you quietly...
Yep.
Let me just... Okay. There is no sounds from within the house.
Okay.
There's no sort of candles burning or anything. All the windows are dark. It looks like everybody's in bed. You can see atop the gate that you come into Kresk, amongst the big walls. There are 2 guards patrolling. And you can see their torches.
Okay.
But besides that, the hour is very late, so, there's like the odd candle flicker in an upper bedroom somewhere, but Kresk itself isn't that big, and most of the settlements and buildings are separated by a lot of woodland anyway, so there's a lot of cover, and there's no one out tonight.
So are we resting somewhere in town hidden, or are we going away, like out of the gate right now, then on the way somewhere?
I don't know what
How's
you think.
everybody holding up?
Isn't it dangerous at night out there?
It is. But we have an angel at our back and the woods at our front. Which would you rather take your chances with?
He hasn't followed us until now.
That is true. Perhaps he is, based on our performance, giving us a chance. Wouldn't that be nice? A shred of good still left in his holy form.
Fairly sure he still thinks he's good.
Most people think they're good.
Most people would be surprised to see how wrong they are.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
At least I'm honest about it.
So where are we resting?
I turn to Irina. Do you know of a place here that's safe other than the Kreskova?
There's an inn, right?
Yeah, there's an inn. There's like a tavern. It's not so much an inn, but there would be space for you if you wanted to.
Is that where we left the horses and cart, or is that
It is. Yeah,
Oh.
you left the horse and cart at like the town hall. It's like a town hall tavern. It's kind of like a central meeting place for the town of Kresk.
If we do sleep here, I want to be gone before the morning proper, before everyone wakes up. The last thing we want to be doing is explaining why we're skipping town so quickly to the entire population.
We'll still have to explain to the guards at the gate, but otherwise.
Not necessarily.
How busy is the inn just now? Are there still people drinking in there?
Nah, it's a ghost town. There's like the keep just cleaning up. It's way past last orders.
Yeah. Let's just try and get a room.
All right.
And I walk into the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
And
anyone
you
in
see a very tired woman just like sweeping, and she looks at you. She says, "Oh, hi."
Hi, terribly sorry to disturb you so late at night. We really need a place to rest. Is there any chance you have a room for us?
We have one.
Yeah. For
How many of you are there?
5, but we can. Honestly,
it'd be a bit cramped.
journey.
It's okay, I can sleep in here.
There's 6 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4. What?
Arena and creepy flesh golem go.
Oh Jesus! I forgot about the creepy flesh.
And Piddlewick, so 7.
Piddlewick's
I
like
deliberately forgot about Piddlewick.
Manchester.
And Chester. This is a fucking parade walking through this woman's tavern.
It's fine. I can sleep in, in the tavern.
I can stay in the cart with a horse. I don't care. Just need a place with a roof above our heads.
And I'm perfectly happy sleeping in the bar.
Okay, a silver piece in the room is yours.
Absolutely, on a pair.
And she goes up and she like hurriedly. You get the feeling this is not usually used for guests, so there is like a bed in there, but there's stuff piled on top of it. So you follow her up and she just shifts a lot of some boxes around and clears some space for you guys. And she says, we put breakfast on at 8, so if you want some food,
Thank
you
you.
know where to be. Good night.
We'll see. Yeah. And who's sleeping where with?
I'll sleep.
Nope.
On the bar. Not on the bar, in the bar. You know what I mean. In the
It's like a booth or something.
Okay, you two post up in the bar.
I just want to sleep at a table, like cowboy style, my hat down.
Yeah, I'm there as well, but like the spear resting sort of across me. Just so there's always something to hand.
It's your spear, Dakimaru.
I forgot what's the lady's name?
Vasilka.
Vasilka.
Yeah.
So Vasilka and Arena and I will go in a room.
All right.
Well, and Piddlewink.
Okay. Is there enough space for me in the room as well, or should I be at the?
Yeah,
cart?
there's enough space for you.
There's always enough space for you in our room.
I will take Meryl aside real quick out of earshot from Vasilka. I'm like, you have Chester watch that person. I do not trust whatever she is.
I have a soft spot in my heart for dead people.
I did not need to know that, but okay. And also, not the point. She was made by the abbot. She might still obey his orders, even when he is not around to give them directly. I don't know, but I'm not going to risk it.
Well, she'll be my responsibility.
Well, yes. And if she does kill me, I will come back from the grave to haunt you. Done it once, I'll do it again.
It's okay.
Have Chester watch her.
He will.
Good. Thank you.
All right. So, you guys post up for the night and get your rest.
What I'd like to do as well before we actually set off to sleep is walk behind the bar, find whatever looks like the strongest spirit, put a gold on the bar, take it back to the booth and use it both to clean the wounds and to drink.
And clean the wounds.
Yeah.
Or to wake up as early as we can in the morning.
All right.
While still getting a full rest before anyone else is awake.
Okay. So, the night passes uneventfully, but it's not peaceful rest. All of you have disturbed moments in your sleep where you can't help but replay the events of what happened the previous day as you dream. Kerchak in particular, you have a horrible dream where you're faced with an unspeakable creature. This thing doesn't have form, but you feel fear as you sleep. And as you can will your arms to raise your axe and to bring it down upon this beast, they just don't obey you. They don't move. They're not strong enough. You can't attack. You can't do anything. You can't even run. And you wake up feeling scared from this dream as you wake up. You wake up bright and early before any of the staff have even awoken. The morning is only just barely dawning, but you do wake up with the benefits of a full rest.
Oh god. I have 2 spells left.
Same.
Yeah, as soon as I woke up, I'd have tried to make myself as busy as possible to overcome all that. So the horses are prepared, and the cart's prepared, or in the process of, depending on how early everyone else is up.
Okay.
I'll help.
I want to see what Vasilka was doing. Was she just still standing or sitting wherever we put her?
Vasilka was sat back straight, just staring forwards. When you left her to sleep. When you woke, she was sat still, just staring forwards.
She never spoke so far, right?
No.
What a pitiful creature. Is Meryl still in the room? Is it because
I don't know,
I'm
Meryl.
not going to leave Irina alone with Vasilka.
I'm sleeping.
Meryl's still asleep. Irina is stirring. She's waking up, getting her stuff together. And she's kind of, she looks at you and whispers. She says, "That thing freaks me out."
I know. It's not natural. It's, I don't know.
I woke up in the night and she was just staring.
I shiver as she says that. But I don't know. I don't want to leave her here either. As strange as it is, it's not. No one should have to.
No.
You know.
I want to help her. She was made so she could fulfill. Yeah.
No, I know. I want to just, walk up to Vasilka and say, "Do you understand anything of what I'm saying?"
She looks at you, and her expression has been pretty blank, but she kind of furrows her brows a little, and she opens her mouth to speak. And you see that she has no tongue.
Oh. If you understand me, nod. Like this.
She nods very slowly.
I'm so sorry for everything.
She just looks at you, and she looks sad.
Okay, she's coming. Not leaving her here. And I walk over to Meryl and resist the urge to kick her awake.
It's that look. Marissa look at.
Remembering that she did heal me and that she was kind of right with Vasilka, and I just gently touch her shoulder. Say, "Meryl, it's time."
I flutter my eyes open like a princess.
I would not even notice that this is something weird to do. Like, this is Meryl.
This is just Meryl.
Yeah, I'll get up and get ready.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question, Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask that question. Then I think you can-
No, I'm not asking whether or not she sleeps in the nude. Where would you?
We all know the answer to that.
Yeah, she's
We
always
all know
stalkers.
that.
There's a chance for Meryl to be naked. She is.
Yeah.
Where would you allow Piddlewick to stay on a night? Because he would want to crawl in bed with you
Yeah.
like a
you
little
said-
baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rahal, as Meryl wakes up and she throws back the covers to get up, you see curled up next to her is Piddlewick 2, his eyes burning and the smile on his face.
I did not know that was there. That is worse than that is. Just when I begin, and go downstairs to the bar.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there any? I want to be quiet, not waking anyone up. Is there any food anywhere?
Yeah, there'll be there's like a small galley kitchen off to the side, and there's no food being cooked just yet, but there's
Yeah,
like
just-
bread and cheese and dried and salted meats.
Yeah, I'll take some of that. A loaf of bread, some meat, some cheeses, and put 5 gold on the counter because I want to take something for that's like 5 rations.
Yeah.
And a bowl of whiskey or schnapps or whatever they have here in this
Okay.
place. Vodka.
It's like
Probably
vodka, yeah.
And another gold for that.
Okay. So there's a small pile of money building up on the counter of this bar.
Is it next to a character like, oh, someone had the right idea before me?
All right.
Yeah, and out to the cart as well.
So yeah, you guys get ready. You get everything together. Irina joins you, Rahal, and the boys at the wagon getting ready to go. Do you lead Vasilka and Piddlewick down, Meryl?
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do before you head out?
Maybe eat some food.
Okay, you help yourself to the spoils of the little galley kitchen. But before long, you're all saddled up. You're all sat in the cart, setting off.
I'd be handing out the food in the cart and
Mhm.
just sharing.
Okay. So it takes you, about 10-15 minutes to get to the front gate, and you see that, as always, the front gate is completely shut. There is a young man wearing a heavy fur coat and a big fur hat. He looks at you and he says, "Heading out already? You've only been here a night. Are we so bad in Kresk?"
No, our business just takes us elsewhere. Traveling, you know how it can be in Barovia. I have to go places quickly.
No. Where are you headed next?
Back to Valaki, I believe. We need to make sure that the Markovs know that their wine got here correctly.
Yeah. Say hello to Danica knowing for me.
I will.
Thank you.
Wait, what's her name?
My name is Oscar.
Danica and who?
Oh, Danica and Erwin.
Yeah.
They're the Markovs, and his name is Oscar.
Oscar Oskovich.
Oscar Oskovich.
Oscar.
It's not Oscar Oskovich.
It's gonna be now.
I just wrote down Oscar.
Okay. And so he opens the gate for you, and he says, "Travel safe. I hope to see you soon.
Perhaps we will be by soon.
Morning Lord guide you." And then he waits for you to pass in the door, and the big heavy doors like shut behind you and lock. You hear a big heavy bar like get lowered into place. And so the open road awaits.
On the road again.
Where do you go?
Valaki, I believe.
Are we heading to Valaki?
Yes.
All right. So Valaki is quite some distance. It's a few days travel. So is there anything you want to accomplish in those few days? Anywhere you want to jet off to? Any pit stops?
I feel like ejecting Irina into people less with death wishes is probably the best bet first.
Yeah. We also need to find not Van Helsing.
Need to help me kill the hag of the swamp.
I want to keep working with Vasilka and try to work out ways to communicate with her.
Okay. Roll an intelligence. It's like the worst one I know.
Sorry, I was muted. I said I want to help with that, actually.
Okay, with advantage then.
Okie dokie. Oh boy. Well, first roll is 6, so... And 15.
15, okay. So you, over the course of the few days that you're traveling, you manage to work up a small system with Vasilka. She's still not 100% there, and she does sometimes just stare at you blankly, but she seems to have gotten a firm grasp on nodding and shaking her head for yes and no. She quickly grasps very, very basic, like, sign language. She, the hello and stuff like that. She gets some very, very basics, and she can, on a very low level, communicate.
Do I learn if she has, like, any abilities or anything?
As far as you're aware, she doesn't have anything supernatural about her beyond the fact that she is stitched together from about 8 different women.
But no, I just mean like can she fight, or does she have an aptitude for magic?
Oh, okay. She appears to be quite strong, but she doesn't appear to have any magical abilities.
Can I teach her to flirt?
You spend some time teaching her how to wink, but unfortunately the fine motor reflexes aren't quite there, and as she attempts to wink, she just blinks.
That's fine.
She doesn't quite know the context for flirting yet, but you might teach her. You might get there.
Yeah, if it's going to take a few days, like every so often on a rest, I'd like to like snap off a couple of branches from a tree or something, and have like a mini sparring training session with Irina.
All right, okay.
That would make me feel better.
She's super strong.
Okay. So yeah, you spend some time, going over basics of hand-to-hand combat with Irina. She's pretty good. She's not the best, but she's much better than your average peasant with a pitchfork. She's clearly done something like this before. And you get the feeling like, as the daughter of a nobleman, she would have had time to do stuff, especially if she'd shown interest in it. So she puts up a good fight, but I mean, ultimately, she's not trained, and you do manage to best her quite a lot. But it seems good for the both of you. You're both working through some stuff, and it takes your mind off things and makes you feel. And like at the end of it, she's smiling, and she like pats you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Thank you. I needed this."
That was more the aim than anything else.
Yeah. So, before long, you arrive again before the gates of Vallaki, and you see that there's an unfamiliar standard to you being flown above the city gate. The stakes around the town, which had been periodically dotted with wolf carcasses, appeared to be clean, nothing on them. And within the walls, you hear the sounds of a festival. As you approach the gates, that's all we'll end the session for tonight.
It's exactly the same as it was before, except now it's a different standard and the walls aren't there.
And we're gonna this time see the consequences of our bad decisions unfold before our eyes.
Dungeons and Dragons. That's
Dungeons
literally,
and Dragons.
So happy I'm playing this game.
it's D&D. D&D Beyond.
It's so hard for me to resist looking up Piddlewink's abilities.
I know he must have something.
Actually, I need to have. I will need to send you some messages regarding Piddlewick. Actually,
Please.
so
Dum, dum, dum.
look into your DMs in the coming week. I shall send you some things because I have plans. Right. So, yeah, that's the end of this session. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. It was a fun one. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, and the video of this will go up on YouTube for patrons tomorrow, and for patrons and subs to the channel tomorrow. And if you are not one of those, it will go on YouTube next Wednesday. Yeah, is there anything you guys want to say before we sign off?
Still didn't die.
Yeah. A lot of people signed on midway through, so just so you know, my Ghost in the Shell is out, and that's Global Neural Network. And it is sold on Amazon and probably questionable booksellers around you.
The best kind.
I will be at Thought Bubble, which is coming up.
How are you going to be there officially now?
Yeah.
I need to take that week
Good,
off
good.
still.
I'll be going around France beforehand, so if anybody's in France and wants me to say hello, then let me know. Trying to plan it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I think pretty much all of us will be at Thought Bubble, right? Well, I mean, like, Marissa's there as a guest because she's like, no, a person that does things, and we'll just be like waltzing around. So if you see us, if you're there, say hello.
I mean, I'll be volunteering as always, but yeah.
Yeah, Jamie will be one of the red shirts. So look out for a scruffy kid in a red shirt, and that's Jamie.
Rude. I am not scruffy.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
I am unkempt.
You're windswept and interesting.
That's the one.
All right,
Weathered.
then. That's it from us. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you next time on Bike Club. Bye-bye!